What is up, everyone? Mark here, and welcome to the first episode of Orange Vest. Orange Vest because we're going to do a little bit of construction work on a recipe from Blue Apron. First, I just want to get out of the way that I don't have anything against Blue Apron. Sometimes, for various reasons, you get different ingredients or the recipe isn't quite what you expect, and variations and personal tastes are just bound to happen. So through no fault of theirs, I'm just going to try and make what I got in the box this week a little bit more interesting. So tonight we're going to start with burgers, and in a little bit I'll show you the ingredients. Before we get to that, I want to thank you all again for continuing to watch these videos and supporting me in the channel. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the videos as much as I've enjoyed making them. But if you're watching on Facebook right now, I hope you will go over to youtube.com/markberm and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you can click the red button down below or the watermark over in the corner to subscribe. And yeah, so let's take a look at the ingredients. So first, I just kind of wanted to show you how Blue Apron stuff comes packaged. We get one box a week that has 3 meals for 2. And this is an example of one meal that would come in that box. So most of the ingredients are individually packaged separately, like the potatoes, the buns, the spinach, the beef. Some of the smaller packets and things come in a bag that's labeled knickknacks, and it's specific to that recipe. Often garlic will be included, so there'll be a whole bulb of garlic in there, and you need a clove or 2 for each recipe. So the recipe that they've given us is a fairly plain beef burger on a potato bun. I mean, it's seasoned a little bit with Weeknight Hero Spice Blend, which is onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and parsley. So, big deal. We've got essentially creamed spinach on top, which is this spinach wilted with mascarpone, added hot sauce, added a little bit of parmesan, and garlic. And then they want us to make fries out of these. Now, they show these nice long steak fries here, which, that would be great. And it says gold or red potatoes, which that does not compute. You can't turn waxy or red potatoes into steak fries like this. It just doesn't work. You can roast them, but you can't do that. So, what can we do better here? I am going to instead serve the spinach on the side as a side salad. We're going to make a vinaigrette by adding some lemon juice with the mascarpone and some of the grated parmesan. The rest of the parmesan will go on the potatoes as they tell us in here. We'll also include some of the seasoning in there. I'm probably going to add dill. But we're going to just cut these into, small, quarters and, roast them in the oven. And for the burger, instead of doing 1 patty each, I'm going to split this into 4. And we're going to go out to the grill and we're going to do smash burgers, where we're going to really press the beef down. It cooks relatively quickly. Scrape it up. We're going to sandwich a slice of American cheese in between the 2 patties. And we're going to top it with a fried egg. And that's going to go on a nicely toasted bun. We'll serve that alongside our roasted potatoes and our side salad. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prep our potatoes. And we're just going to quarter these. Maybe a little bit smaller for some of the larger potatoes, but... Okay, so now we're going to add, we'll use the good olive oil. Again, courtesy of Cleos and Rosalina in downtown Providence. Just drizzle a little bit of olive oil. A little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of dill. and about half of the spice packet. And this is, this part's per the recipe. The other half of these spices go in the burger. Okay, I'm just going to toss this to coat everything. Just kind of get these spread out a bit. All right, now as far as the salad goes, we might as well get this kind of prepped and ready. Dump the bag of spinach into a nice big bowl. And for the dressing, I'm going to use about half of the parmesan. A little bit more than half. The potatoes are pretty seasoned as it is, and I always have more parmesan if I really need it. I'm going to do a little bit of lemon juice. Some, I'm not quite sure how much. The mascarpone is going to go in. A little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to kind of whisk this together into a dressing. Okay, now this I'm going to set aside in the fridge. Okay, now we want to get our potatoes going. These are going to take about 21 to 25 minutes. I'll go with 22. Now we will get the beef ready for the burgers. In goes the other half of the seasoning. And we're going to put the garlic in here instead of the spinach. Well, obviously instead of the spinach. The spinach isn't going on the burger. Okay, you just kind of want to mix this together with my hands. Kind of crumble it up a bit, make sure that the seasonings are well mixed in. A little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so we're doing a smash burger, which means we're going to divide this into 4 very small portions, and each burger is going to be comprised of 2 very thin small burgers smashed and cooked on a flat top griddle, and with a slice of American cheese melted in between. Okay, so to be a little bit more accurate, I divided up the 10 ounces of beef into 2.5 ounce patties using the scale. Just kind of rolled them into balls and squished them down a little bit. They're going to get smashed down on the grill anyway, but I don't want them to completely fall apart, so I want them to have a little bit of a flat shape to begin with. Okay, I think the potatoes are ready. toss these with the other half of the Parmesan that Blue Apron has given us. All right, those are ridiculously hot right now anyway, so let's clean up a couple things and then get the burgers going. Okay, so going out to the grill, I've got everything on a sheet tray here that I'm going to need, so this will be a lot easier. I won't have to make a bunch of trips back and forth into the house. Okay, we've got a pretty screaming hot grill. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's get these burgers down. Crank the heat back up. A little bit of canola oil. And brush that around. Okay, so one patty at a time. We are going to smoosh. And we're going to let those go for a couple of minutes. You got to move kind of fast when all this stuff is happening, so I haven't been narrating much, but you can kind of see what I've been doing. I'm going to get some ketchup on the top buns now. Over, not so easy. I'm gonna cover this for a minute, let the yolk firm up just a little bit. I still want it kind of soft and runny, but I don't want it completely raw. Oops. Oh, that can be for Joe. He doesn't like runny yolk anyway. But that is the yolk consistency I want. All right. Let's get these inside. All right, gonna whisk up the dressing. Add that to the spinach. And you know, if I had some cherry tomatoes or something, I'd probably throw that in here. Maybe even shredded carrots, but I wanted to go with something simple and not overdo it based on what they included in the kit. Not bad, I don't think. All right, let's see. The potatoes are good, but I mean, you know, they're roasted seasoned potatoes. Try the baby spinach salad. It's actually pretty nice. I do have to try this burger though, and I'm going to make an absolute mess with the yolk of this egg. Oh, that is one hell of a burger. That's it, guys. I hope you like this first episode of Orange Vest. More to come. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.